Alright, so I'm back testing Eurusd today. I'm just going to look at my daily chart to see what the indicators are saying. So we're going to be in a uptrend. Today's date is what? Wednesday 3rd. So if we're in a valid uptrend, I'm going to look for buys at these support zones. Let me just make these zones right here. Again, my whole trading strategy or whole edge is that I'm using support and resistance, and I'm waiting for break and retests whenever there's a trend on higher order time frames. And I'm using the lower orders to plan my market entries. So this is clearly a break, so I want to look for a retest to see if it's going to happen. In this case, it's just shooting straight up, but I'm still not going to take this trade. Alright, so this might be valid. Let me just do this. So that's Wednesday 3rd. Let me see if the trend is still valid. Yeah, it should still be good. I want to look for a buy here. Let's set it to 500. Let me just make this a bit smaller. Alright, that was a good profit. Price is making new market structure, or it's defining new market structure. It's making new highs, new lows. We could say that it tested this as resistance, but it broke through, and it's going to retest it as support. So I want to still bet that's going to go up. I have I have a bias, a bullish bias on the 1 day time frame. So let me just enter a buy again. Oh, that was stupidly close. Oh my goodness, taking forever this trade. Alright, perfect. I'm just going to look at what price is going to do because it's probably consolidating for a bit. You can see that's trying to create new market structure and new highs and lows. So it probably broke through this level and it's probably testing it as support. Let me see if the trend is still valid. So that's the 12th. It should still be valid here, yeah. Let me just enter. Oh, this one is probably going to be a loser. Yep, that one was a loss. Alright, I want to see what my trend indicators are saying. So, it's currently violating the indicators, so I'm not going to trade right now. I want to see clear structure where it's going up or down. Alright, we might be in a new uptrend. I'm just going to go to the date Tuesday 6th August. Let's see now. What's happening? What day is this? That's Monday 5th. Let me go to Wednesday. Alright. Price is making new structure, new highs, new lows. There's still a bullish bias on the upper time frame. I'm going to look for buys again. So that's Wednesday. On my other charts, Tuesday, so I'm going to look for buys. Oh my goodness. Let's see, 500 right here. Consolidation's annoying. Alright, perfect. Alright, so it's gone up to this zone. I'm going to see if it's going to break through properly and then test it as support. If it's... Alright, this might be a potential opportunity right here. Wait, let me just see if it's going to be a good level to test. Let's say that that'll be valid. So that's Wednesday the 14th. I want to see what my indicators are saying. Yep, this trade should be a valid opportunity. Right, that was a loss. Let's see what it does. I want to bet it's going to break through again. Let me just see a bearish candle. That's not valid at all. Where's the volume? I would still bet it's going to go up. And let me just confirm that the indicators aren't off. Alright, wonderful. I'm just going to perform one last trade and then call it quits for now. I want to see price making a new structure. Alright, let's say that this is a new zone. We can also say that this is also a new zone. I want to bet that either price is going to break through and test it as a support, or it's going to go down to this level and test it as resistance and bounce up. So let's see what happens. Alright, broke through. Let's see what happens now. If it's going to be a bullish or bearish. I want to see a retest. It's just bullish right now. Alright, this might be valid. Let me just confirm. What day is this? That's Wednesday. My daily, it should be Tuesday. Yep, good. Let's buy this. Alright, that was a loss. Let's just see what our performance report is saying right now. Alright, so that's a negative Sharpe ratio, which is absolutely garbage. But let's see what the win rate is. So a total of 7 trades, which is minuscule. I should be doing 100 trades at least. But I did get like a 57% win rate, which is profitable. Well, that's saying something.